Welcome to class, everyone. I am That Vegan Teacher, Miss Katie. I'm here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and I am here behind the scenes of a premiere that is just going up now. Today it is November 11th, 2021. It is a day here that we remember the veterans who died in the wars and who helped to save our countries from disasters. So if you haven't thought about them or done any research about that, that's not a bad idea. Right now, though, my focus is the animals, and I'm here to encourage you to watch these important documentaries, don'twatch.org and watchdominion.com. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Montreal, and we are here at the beginning of a premiere where you can see that we have 157 people just chatting away here. And the title of the video today is SS Sniper Wolf and Call Me Chris Were Right. And in this video, I am talking about how Call Me Chris was right in pointing out that I had been accidentally, without awareness, using a non-vegan marker. And also, Sniper Wolf pointed out that I made an error in one of my cards, like the type of card that I'm holding here. And so I discussed that and how people are human and they make mistakes, but the important thing is that our intentions are good and we try hard not to hurt animals. And unfortunately, those two still continue to pay for the rape, torture, confinement, sadness, kidnapping, and murder of innocent animals who never did a single thing wrong to them. And so I urge you all the time, I urge my followers and anyone else who's listening to please contact them and remind them that they can be vegan and they shouldn't promote animal products on their channels. And they should be, every time that there is a dead animal in front of them, they should be saying, oh, it's too bad that there's this dead chicken here, or that's too bad that we have a burger here that's not vegan. They should be consistently encouraging people to be as vegan as possible because it's best for the animals, obviously. It's also good for human health, and it will help to save our planet. Now, these two are quite young, a lot younger than me, probably. My daughters could be the ages of my daughters, and they are going to inherit the planet long after I'm gone. So they should be pioneers, considering they have millions of followers, and they should be telling people to be vegan, to protect the planet. And if you want to understand more about that, go and watch the important documentaries that I told you about. You can also go and watch Seaspiracy and Cowspiracy to understand more. So I'm going to write those actually in the comments right here. I'm going to watch Cowspiracy to remind people to watch that, and watch Seaspiracy. Now you can see that the comments are going very quickly, so it's very hard for people to even see what I'm writing. It goes by so quickly. And I have the timer on right now for people to only type, I think it's once every, I think it's 15 seconds. I'm just going to quickly check. You guys just wait for a sec. I'm going to go down over here and I'm going to go to where it says show more. And actually I can show you guys. Here's what it looks like behind the scenes. So it says slow mode is for, whoops, that's my finger, sorry about that, 15 seconds. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to change that so that I can actually read some of the comments a little bit better. So maybe 30 seconds. I don't know if that's going to be enough, honestly, but we'll try that for now. And I'm going to press the save button way up there. And then I'm going to go back into the video and see what's going on, see if it helps. So go back here, go put this here. It says slow mode is on. All right, so let's see if that helps a little bit. So let's look at some comments. Somebody says, I just had butter pecan ice cream. Well, I hope it was a vegan version, Kendra. Then somebody else is writing here, hello, Logan says low, and somebody says 30 seconds. I guess you're upset about the slow mode, but you know, you can just sit and read the comments too. You don't always have to be writing something. You can read and learn. What time is it in your part of the world, everyone? It's 9 a.m. here. Oh, you're in Seattle. That's right. Over here, it is noon in Montreal. So we are about 3 hours different from you over in Seattle. Thanks, though, for asking, Joanne. Somebody says it's called Don't Watch for a reason. Don't watch it. No, it just has a strange name, that title, but it is something you should absolutely learn and watch. Vegan Teacher is similar to PETA. Well, PETA is an organization called People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. And the things that I have seen from them and different reports, I did my own investigation, and I think there are many lies being told about PETA, and I think their heart is in the right place. They have saved millions of animals. The only people who are complaining about them are those who keep wanting to abuse animals and who themselves eat animals 3 times a day and their secretions. The people who complain about PETA are the ones who eat animals all the time, whereas the people who work at PETA never eat animals and try very, very hard to save as many as they can. And the reason that they are criticized is because sometimes they've had to euthanize animals because people just dump animals in the worst state possible on them, and it is absolutely barbaric to keep them alive when they are suffering, full of cuts from being run over by cars or from people who abuse them. So I think if you have any compassion, most people agree that if you have a pet who is suffering, that to put the pet out of their misery, to help them by euthanizing them, is the humane thing to do, and that is what PETA does as well. So I will not be criticizing them publicly because I think that the good that they do is far, far outweighed than any perhaps mistakes by certain people. Because in every organization you always have humans who don't necessarily follow the rules or who are sometimes misguided. But I think in general the organization is good, and I do suggest that you support them financially if it's something that you want to do. Put them in your will or whatever it is, and they have groups all over the place in different cities, and they do as much good work as they can. Joanne's writing, by going vegan, the average person will save about 30 animal lives per month. That's 360 animals saved per year. Because every time you drink a glass of milk, for example, you are paying the dairy industry to hurt a mother cow, to force her to be pregnant, to remove her baby, to kill her baby, to turn him into a veal sandwich or a coat or some shoes or a leather bag. And that is wrong. We want to promote kindness. We want baby boys to remain alive. Baby boy cows should not be killed just because they'll never be able to give us milk. And we should stop breeding animals into existence in the first place. We should not be breeding animals to use as objects. Why love a dog but eat a cow when you could just eat beans, rice, and tofu? Very good. Can anyone get the SS Sniper one? Call me Chris here. Let's have a look here. Never give your money to places like SeaWorld where they exploit fish and take them out of their homes. Thank you, Vegan Logan. For those of you who don't know why people are in blue here, they are teaching assistants. They are not paid or anything like that. They are just people who are volunteers who are ethical animal rights activists. If you are an ethical animal rights activist and you want to participate, all you do is you change your name to look like this, follow this pattern, and then I will see you. And if I see that you're teaching well, I will allow you to be on my channel as a teaching assistant. Teaching assistants are from all over the world and all different ages. I do not discriminate. I do not care if you are 10 years old or 11 years old. If you understand veganism, perhaps you've been vegan for many years already and you already know way more than many adults. That is great. You are an asset here. You are welcome. If you are 99 years old and you're vegan, I welcome you as well. Most people who are vegan know much more about nutrition even than the average doctor who has so little training. And people that are vegan understand how you should be eating properly whole foods and only plants and not dead animals. And most vegans understand that and understand how much B12 to take, and that you don't need to eat animals in order to have protein. Some doctors still don't even know that, even though there are Olympic athletes right now who are vegan. Some doctors are still under the impression that their patients need to eat dead animals, which is absolutely crazy. But when you think about it, doctors were actually recommending to people that they smoke cigarettes back when I was younger. So that just goes to show how little the doctors are aware. Because even if they themselves are smoking, they will recommend it to their patients. If a doctor is overweight and eating meat all the time, they will actually feel intimidated by a vegan patient who is in better shape than them and who actually knows more about nutrition. So doctors are human and they make mistakes and they need to learn, and you should be very careful when choosing a doctor. Why love a rose but eat broccoli? I don't know how that makes sense. Please grade lions. Well, lions do not have moral agency. Lions eat zebras, and there's nothing we can do about that. That is how nature was designed, unfortunately, by a God who was flawed, or the universe who was flawed. It is a shame. It is too bad. It is sad, but that's the way it is. Whereas we have moral agency. We can choose what we're going to eat, and that's why we should choose ethically. If you're near a store, you can buy veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Put those in your shopping cart. Peace begins on your plate, so open up your heart. What is going on with some of these mods constantly shouting isn't going to do anything? Well, the moderators get very excited about being among friends, and they get excited to be able to teach you something. So we thank you very much for being here. And I do encourage the moderators not to use capital letters if possible, unless it is just on a rare occasion. These guys are just being silly with capital letters. Okay. Vegan teacher is super duper wrong. Well, I'm wrong about something. Sometimes you're right. I'm not always perfect, but I am right that being vegan is the best decision for the animals, for the planet, and for human health. There is no reason for us to be murdering animals. Everybody wins when people choose a vegan diet. Plants are better than animals because the plants don't make weird sounds. Okay. Maybe, you might be right. Watched a media movement, Earthlings, Cowspiracy, Seaspiracy, Forks Over Knives, What the Health, and the Game Changers. If you are at your computer right now and able to take a screenshot of what Claire is saying here. These are important documentaries to learn from. Vegans have seen them all, and vegans know what's in them and about nutrition. They know that you can be 100% healthy being a vegan. And I just want to thank everybody again for being here. Now the video is going to be starting in 4 minutes. Let's have a look again at what's going on here. We have 196 people who are chatting away. Thank you, by the way, for 139,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate that. And let's go back here for a second. Now, when the video starts, what we typically do here is we start to spam. And I'm going to write the word subscribe to remind you to subscribe. Subscribe. And press the notification bell. Did I miss a letter? Subscribe. I don't know. I suspect that I have some sort of dyslexia because often when I write something, I can't actually see the missing letter, or sometimes there's a letter added that I miss. I mean, I know it's wrong, but I have a hard time figuring out what it is. So this is something that I should go and have diagnosed because it's been something that's happened since childhood. Anyway, subscribe and press the notification bell, please. Let me add that. And press the notification bell. All right, so that's what I would like you to do. Subscribe and press the notification bell. Help me get these animals out of hell. And let's see what this is going to look like. I'm going to go over here and press copy, and I'm going to go over here, and I can probably only do it maybe, yeah, it looks like only twice. The third is going to go over, just by one. All right, there we go. Subscribe and press the notification bell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, oh no, that seems to work now. So please do that, because when you press the notification bell, you can be here with me during the premieres like this, and you can write things and I can comment on your comments. I can praise you if you're an animal defender, and we can just hang out if you want to chat a little bit. I'm usually here during the beginning of the premiere. Not always, because sometimes I just let the moderators take over. But thank you everybody for being here and for doing your best to teach and to be open to learn. Now what I do is I also post different comments, such as this one here that comes from my laptop, which is already pre-made, which says animals are not food, they are sentient beings, they have a right to live, just like cats and dogs do. Animals have a right to be free and not behind bars. Eat plants instead, because we have moral agency, animals don't, so we can choose to be kind, and so we must. Now somebody's writing here, please react to Irene Walton's lobster roll video and encourage her to be vegan. Hurting animals is wrong. Right, yes. That sounds horrible. I have a hard time going to people, sites who deliberately hurt animals. I don't know that it is best for my mental health to watch that, because these people are absolutely brainwashed and are evil, cruel. They have probably been hurting animals directly themselves for years. Versus people like Sniper Wolf, for example, or Call Me Chris, who have been eating animals for years but might not yet be aware of what goes on. And that's why, again, I encourage people to watch these important documentaries. That is why I like to encourage people like that, people who are have a lot of followers, to learn the truth and to try on a regular basis to remember themselves about what's going on and to help to encourage their audiences. A channel that deliberately makes money hurting animals is a much more difficult channel to turn around if their whole thing is to cook lobster all the time. I don't know. But I encourage you guys all to make videos. Everyone who's watching, you should be making your own videos. Make them about 5 minutes long. Let me know and I can review your video. That would be a better use of the time. You guys pre-check them out, make your own videos, and let me know. And then if you're doing a great job, I will give you an A+ on a kind of a report card that I do. All right. What else do we have? Okay, but the rest are just acting crazy. Okay, don't know what you mean. Cheeseburger, please have vegan cheeseburgers. Those are good. Somebody's saying 60 seconds. Yeah, the video is going to start in a very short time. And we're going to get ready to spam again. Oops, this is the wrong thing. Oh my goodness, I lost my one that was in my mouse before. Let's go back here. So I was writing subscribe and press the notification bell. All right, let's try that again. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe put a little piggy in there. 5. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Let's have a look. So I go over here to copy, and then I go over here. I'm gonna go paste, 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 and it works. That worked perfectly, actually. So if you write subscribe and press the notification bell and you put 5 little pictures, little emoticons or whatever you call them, emojis, it seems to work really well. Let's do that again. There we go. Oh, did it work that time? Oh, that was 300. Oh my goodness, I went right over. I lost track. Okay, let's go to here anyway, just for now. Delete. All right. All right, so this is great. We have 292 people waiting now who are going to be watching this video. Thank you everybody for being here. The countdown is beginning. Thank you everybody for choosing vegan milk instead of cow's milk and vegan cheese instead of cow cheese. Thank you for choosing the veggie burger instead of the dead animal burger. Thank you for cutting out bacon of your diet. Thank you for making vegan pizza and vegan lasagna and ordering these things in a restaurant. Thank you for being so kind to animal rights activists, being vegan fantastic, even if you're not vegan yet. Don't be vegan phobic, be kind, have compassion in your heart for those who are trying to save the animals. We're gonna have a look a little bit here, and then I'm gonna turn off the sound and we'll go back to just us. Hello students! Sniper Wolf was right. In this video, she pointed out that I had a spelling error. The spelling error was this. I made this card, but by accident I added an extra I. Like I wrote the word waist as in tummy, waist. So this is how it should be written. Now in this video, when she pointed that out, I was actually grateful because I didn't notice it. Has it ever happened to you where you're reading a word and you don't even notice it? Or have you ever read out loud and just realized that you're reading words that aren't even there? When I was teaching English to French kids, I had 360 kids, and I noticed that all the time, that kids would read out loud and imagine that there was words there and say them that they weren't. And most people make little mistakes like that all the time. Yeah, does it make me feel good that I made that mistake? Of course not. You know, I feel kind of silly, but I want to make sure that everybody knows that we are all human. Vegans are human. We all make mistakes. And what's important is, what is our intention? What do we intend to do? So with all of my videos, my intention is to raise awareness about what the animals are going through. I want to make sure that you understand how they are treated. Now, unfortunately, in Leah's video here, her intention is simply to ridicule me and to keep on defending her, what she calls her right to eat animals, which is basically paying people to hurt them. So I think the difference here is that my intentions are good and her intentions are to keep being cruel. Another video that another person made, whose name is Call Me Chris. In that video, I similarly pointed out to Chris that she should stop paying for the rape, torture, and murder of innocent animals as well. But instead of talking about the animals and sort of showing her audience what really goes on and saying, like both these individuals should say, that we should try and strive to be vegan, Chris made a point of pointing out that I was accidentally using a non-vegan marker. Now, I was happy that she said that because I had actually done research and thought that it was vegan. I didn't really know. And the brand was Crayola. So since then, I changed markers and I now have this one here. It's hard for you guys to see, but I did keep the package. Look, this is the brand, and this brand is vegan. At least this particular marker that I'm using now, this one. I can't show you this because you can't really see it. It's kind of worn off. See that? Sort of chiseled off. But I still have some Crayola brand markers lying around. And as a vegan, what I'm suggesting to you, and not all vegans feel this way, but this is how I feel. If you have some non-vegan items, such as markers, I don't think you should throw them out. It's not going to help the animals because you already bought them. However, going forward, you should only buy vegan products. So let's say you have leather shoes. I'm not suggesting that you should throw them out. I'm suggesting that you should wear them until they are used up. And also remember that every time you go shopping, you don't buy new leather things. You don't buy markers that are not vegan, going forward, and that you just do your best. Now, I noticed also Dr. Mike made an error in one of his videos. He said one word and he meant the opposite. And so his editor put a little text box on top that's with an asterisk to say, that he had made a mistake. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a team of editors like some of these stars do. I'm just doing it on my own, and sometimes I miss things. I don't have anybody to proofread things. Even an editor, when somebody's writing a book, there's editors that look at everything through, and these are professional writers. So, this is it. So do I make mistakes? Of course I do. But my point is that this should not stop you from being an animal rights activist. If you care about the animals, you should speak out anyway. And yes, you will be attacked, and people will try to make fun of you, and they will try to dig out anything in your personal life to try to discredit you. But we are tough. We develop a tough skin and we just forge on. We make mistakes, we say, oh, sorry about that, and then we do our best. So unfortunately, Leah's intentions are not good. She is continuing to speak out and say that she keeps wanting to hurt these animals. She doesn't care about them. It's really unfortunate. What I would like Call Me Chris to do, and also to Leah here, Sniper Wolf, is to say, look, being vegan is a great decision. It's healthy for you and it's best for the animals and it's great for the environment. We should all strive to be vegan. That's what the message should be. And unfortunately, that's not the message that she's been giving out. Let's have a look at some of this part of this video that I asked Sniper Wolf to watch and her audience. Let's look at this together. Teacher, oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. We're not going to look at that. We're going to look at the video. We'll maybe go back to that in a sec. But this is the video.
Animal agriculture is a multi-billion-dollar industry controlled by some of the world's most powerful people, and is an industry rooted in lies, secrecy, and animal abuse. Our schools, governments, doctors, and media have hidden the truth for long enough. Here is what they don't want you to see.
Now, I'm going to turn the volume down right now, and you guys can watch that video on your own when you are able to, when you have time. I'm not going to be showing it right now because my goal was really to address your comments here. So I'm just going to look at a few more of your comments. We have Vegan Logan, who has posted the link here to the documentary, which is called don'twatch.org. So thank you very much for that. And somebody says here, if animals don't want to be eaten, then why are they made out of food? Well, somebody could say that about you too. An alien could come to Earth and say, hey, you're made out of food, so I'm going to eat you. That doesn't make any sense. Animals feel pain and should not be eaten. There are other things that you can eat. So your Spooky Froggy says, I learned the truth, I'm vegan. Please put your uniform on if you can. Like all of the other moderators, that would be deeply appreciated. And we have here Tyler, who is from Virginia, 21 years old. You are not entitled to someone else's body. Don't pay for the confinement, torture, exploitation, and murder of animals. Thank you very much, Tyler, for being here and for telling people that. And I really hope you realize there are minors such as myself. If you don't like the video, you are free to leave if you don't want to watch it. That's totally fine, I understand. Look, vegan teacher, you see this? I eat this every day. Yes, I understand that you eat animals every day, and what you're doing right now is being vegan phobic. You are deliberately throwing this into my face when you know that I am vegan and all of these other moderators. That is called vegan phobia. It's like as if we were pretend that we were defending the Black people or the LGBTQ community, and you just shoved their dead bodies in our faces and said, hey, I abuse these people all the time. That would be racism. That would be homophobia. That would be wrong. And what you are participating in right now is vegan phobia, being cruel to the activists. Now you know, now you can choose to do it if you want to, but let's just make sure that you understand what you're doing. It's wrong, it's cruel, and it's unnecessary. You're just being silly, and you could just be vegan instead. Liam is saying, be vegan, be badass. I guess you could call it being a badass, but I think it's really just being vegan is just a basic thing that anyone should do. Okay, somebody writes here, don't like it when women are raped. You don't rape yourself. They mean don't, and here this person is trying to say, don't pay for it, for other people to do it to the cows who are sexually violated, they are touched inappropriately, and they're forced to be pregnant, forced to give their sperm, and their babies are taken away from them. And this is just sexual abuse, it is kidnapping, it is assault, it is wrong. Don't eat dairy, get the other types of food. Get vegan cheese instead of cow cheese. Get vegan milk, such as oat milk or soy milk, instead of cow milk. And somebody's saying, who the ever came up with a process in the first place? Very disturbing, says Joanne. Yeah, you're right. Who the heck? Okay, you're right. Thank you for bringing this up. Somebody says here, don't hurt animals, love animals. Animals have emotions. They know how to love, be sad, be happy, just like we do. Be vegan. Don't pay for the murder of these animals. Thank you, Alyssa, for pointing this out. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. I'm going to let you guys watch the rest of the video. We still have 527 people who are still here watching. I really appreciate you guys. Please remember to watch the documentary yourself and share it with your friends and family so they understand why we are here. Let's get this world veganized. And if anybody knows, call me Chris or Sniper Wolf. If you are friends with them or if you are close to them in any way, please encourage them to watch these documentaries so they really know what goes on. Because any woman who has a heart should be vegan. This is how you should start. I want to just take a second here to show you my TikTok channel in case you're not yet aware. The TikTok channel that I have right now, I have several, but one of them here has 14.2 thousand subscribers, and it is a TikTok that I call That Non-Vegan Therapist. And there is a character that I'm playing, and the character, her name is Heather. She encourages people to cope by suppressing their feelings, which means she's basically the worst therapist ever. So this is a character that I play. I'm sort of trying to be a bit of an actor there, and I put a couple of videos out. This is one where she is talking to Nikocado Avocado. That's the patient for that day. That has 17,000 views. And way down the very, very first video that I ever made was also another one where I was this is one that had a community violation, by the way. Sometimes I get community violations that are not correct. People say that, like if I film my dog Bella, sometimes they say that she's nude, and TikTok believes it. It's just so strange. But anyway, here we have the first one that I did, where I'm talking and I have a patient come in, and my patient is vegan, and this character that I play, her name is Heather. She is just the worst therapist in the world. So yeah, so let's just keep going here and go all the way up, and you can see that I have all kinds of videos where this is one where I'm singing about vegan. There's vegan cheese, a song that I have. You can find all of my songs, by the way, on Spotify and in the sounds on TikTok if you want to use them. And here I'm talking about, what is the song here? Probably the LGBTQ community, reminding them. And there's different ones about dairy to remind you to drink soy milk, oat milk, rice milk, or almond milk. And in this one, I'm actually filming my kitchen table. Oh, see there, that's my kitchen table if you want to see that. Here's my vegan dog, Bella. She's super cute. And, you know, different things. And sometimes if you see that the videos are sideways, that's because I'm filming them 3 minutes long, usually, for to be used on YouTube. So I can just turn them around after. And this one, like for example, is going to be on YouTube if it's not already, or it's just an option that I use sometimes. Here I just wrote something today. This is one that I did this morning. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I post some. And this one, for example, is done today. And here I'm reading
Use
this.
animals as commodities. That's like saying that you love your partner, but you also think it's okay to beat or otherwise abuse your partner. If animals matter morally, veganism is the only rational choice. Be sane, be vegan, subscribe, and help me save them.
So that's a
If
25-second
you say you
video,
love
I think.
animals, but you eat, wear, or use animals as commodities, that's like saying that you love your partner, but you also think it's okay to beat or otherwise abuse your partner. If animals matter morally, veganism is the only rational choice. Be sane, be vegan, subscribe, and help me save them.
Yeah, so you get the idea. This is what my channel is like. So thank you for being here, everybody. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel on YouTube, please do so and press the notification bell. And if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel here called That Non-Vegan Therapist, go ahead and do that too. Thank you so much for being here. Coming up on the screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Be curious, have a look. Look around That Vegan Teacher's site. There are over 1,000 videos in case you haven't seen them yet. There's videos about Sniper Wolf, about Call Me Chris, about Mr. Beast, about PewDiePie, about all kinds of different people, even Dr. Mike, and many other YouTube stars. I'm always trying to get them to be as vegan as possible. So thank you very much again for being here. Bye for now.